top 5 UFC physiques that just completely melted away after the tightening up of enforcement of, like PED regulation, the Thiago Alves, and this guy was super hyped up back in the 2010s era. You can see him at the UFC 90 weigh-ins, and here he was weighing in at 170 plus and shredded. Even in 2012, you can see he gained over 30 pounds in 3 hours after the weigh-ins. And then after 2015, within just a year, he's already missing weight for a lightweight. So I don't think I really need to go into detail about what is different about his physique. Like, you can just see clear as day the amount of muscle that's been stripped off of his arms, his traps, his delts. I mean, he's less lean tissue after just a year of USADA being enacted. And then going forward to 2019, he's back at welterweight, but you can see his physique is just so soft now. The next example is Johnny Hendricks. His genetic baseline is not very impressive, and at UFC 167, apparently his physique became the catalyst for USADA testing to come into play, or at least some speculate it was. And leading up to the fight, he, despite agreeing publicly to the testing that GSP offered to pay for advanced level drug testing, he ended up declining at the end of the day, and you can see his physique just totally disintegrated thereafter and gained a ton of fat and lost a significant amount of muscle, which are the classics. We have Overeem, Alistair Overeem. He just doesn't even look like the same person after his, sagging chest that was a shelf prior, and his abs are way less cut up. Pretty much all his upper body mass has melted into love handles. Really needs over analysis of what happened to this guy. The most iconic back and forth transformation, Vitor Belfort. He's just the perfect example of what before gear, after gear, before gear, after gear really looks like. And if you go way back to his fights, some of the most iconic fights he's had against Tank Abbott, 270-pound Tank Abbott versus Vitor at 215. But this guy's just a tank in himself. His traps, massive. The entire physique, just like a men's physique, fitness model physique almost, but just athletic as hell. And then against Vanderlei Silva, and we've seen him on, TRT Belfort. We've seen like heavily abusing Belfort. We've seen post USADA Belfort probably using super physiologic amounts and blasting his face off. We've seen him on TRT, and then we've seen him off of everything. And the difference in what natural endogenous androgen production is actually capable of sustaining thereafter discontinuing. Check me out on Instagram. Follow me there at moreplates_more dates, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, BitChute, TikTok, wherever I am, Apple Podcasts. Talk to you guys soon.